Which Buck Rogers cast member spent the last 25 years of their life in exile to avoid financial issues? Which actor passed away exactly 40 years after the final episode of the show? And who, against all odds, emerged from a life-threatening coma after being called by the name of a cartoon character they famously portrayed? These are just the taste of the interesting tidbits we'll uncover today as we catch up with the original cast of Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Thanks for tuning back in to Hollywood Revisited. My name is Sam, and we've got a lot to cover, so let's get rolling. Number 1. Gil Gerard. Gil Gerard's rise and fall in Hollywood is as dramatic as any of his on-screen roles. Born in 1943 in Little Rock, Arkansas, Gerard initially pursued a career as an industrial chemist before moving to New York to follow his passion for acting. His breakout role as Captain William Buck Rogers in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century made him a household name in the late 1970s. However, after the show ended in 1981, Gerard's career quickly spiraled downward. Despite his early fame, he struggled to find significant roles, which led to financial instability and emotional turmoil. Gerard's personal life was equally tumultuous. He endured 4 failed marriages, with his third to actress Connie Sellecca being particularly bitter, marked by a highly publicized custody battle over their son. As his career waned, Gerard turned to unhealthy coping mechanisms, developing severe addictions to alcohol, drugs, and food. By the late 1980s, his weight had skyrocketed to over 350 pounds, exacerbating his health problems, including type 2 diabetes. The situation became so dire that he underwent a life-saving gastric bypass surgery in 2005, a journey documented on television revealing the depths of his struggles. Despite his efforts to revive his career post-surgery, Gerard was unable to regain his former glory. He continued to work in the industry, but was mostly relegated to minor roles in low-budget films. His last notable appearance was in the 2016 film The Nice Guys, a small yet poignant reminder of the talent that once shone so brightly. Today, Gil Gerard is remembered for his iconic role as Buck Rogers, but his story is also a sobering tale of how quickly fame can fade, leaving behind a life marked by personal and professional struggles. Number 2. Erin Gray. Erin Gray's journey from top model to sci-fi icon is as compelling as any role she portrayed. Born in Honolulu in 1950, she initially pursued mathematics at UCLA before switching to modeling, quickly becoming one of America's top models in the 1970s. However, her transition to acting wasn't smooth. Despite her success, Erin was almost paralyzed with fear when offered the role of Colonel Wilma Deering in Buck Rogers. The sci-fi genre seemed too far removed from reality, but she accepted, delivering an iconic performance. Yet, the physical demands of her spandex costume were so unbearable that after 2 seasons, she requested it be burned. A decision she later regretted when the costume fetched a significant sum at auction. Erin's personal life was marked by intense struggles, particularly during her first marriage to Ken Schwartz, a Vietnam veteran who struggled with PTSD. The marriage was marred by domestic abuse, leaving Erin to seek refuge at Haven House, a shelter for women escaping violence. This experience turned her into a lifelong advocate for domestic abuse survivors. After Buck Rogers, Erin starred in Silver Spoons, where she navigated unwanted advances from young male co-stars with professionalism. Although she was set for a recurring role on Magnum P.I., the opportunity was abruptly cut after just 1 episode, a setback which she handled with resilience. Beyond acting, Erin dedicated over 30 years to practicing and teaching Tai Chi and Qi Kung, becoming a pioneer in the wellness movement. Today, she continues to inspire through her advocacy, teaching, and ongoing work in the entertainment industry. Number 3. Felix Sila. Felix Sila was born in a small Italian village on January 11, 1937. He started as a trapeze artist in the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. His small stature, standing at just 3 feet 11 inches, led him to Hollywood, where he became a sought-after stuntman and actor. Silla's big breakthrough came in the 1960s when he was cast as Cousin It on The Addams Family. However, this role came with hidden dangers. The original costume, made of real human hair, posed a significant fire risk. With cigarette butts often discarded on set, producers feared the costume could ignite. This led to the use of flame-retardant synthetic hair, which may have saved his life. Despite his fame, Silla's face was rarely seen. He portrayed iconic characters like Twiki in Buck Rogers and a hang-gliding Ewok in Return of the Jedi, often hidden behind costumes and makeup. His ability to bring life to these characters while remaining anonymous became a defining feature of his career. Beyond acting, Silla was a talented musician who performed with the original harmonica band in Las Vegas. This unexpected aspect of his life showcased his versatility and creativity. In his later years, Silla took on darker roles, such as playing a miniature Hitler in The Blackbird, contrasting his family-friendly characters. He continued to engage with fans at conventions, sharing stories from his remarkable career. Tragically, Silla's life was cut short by pancreatic cancer on April 16, 2021. His death coincided with the 40th anniversary of the final episode of Buck Rogers, marking a poignant end to a life filled with hidden talents and unforgettable roles. Number 4. Tim O'Connor. Tim O'Connor's career is a blend of early success, strange twists, and a quiet finale. Born on July 3, 1927, he began his acting career on an island in Glenwild Lake, New Jersey, a place so isolated it was rumored to be haunted. This eerie start may have influenced his gravitation towards intense roles that later defined his career. O'Connor became a household name as Elliot Carson in Peyton Place, but it was his role as Dr. Elias Huer in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century that cemented his status in pop culture. His portrayal of the wise, steady leader resonated with audiences, making him a memorable figure in the sci-fi genre. Despite this success, O'Connor's career faced a downward turn when he aged. Struggling to find meaningful roles, he moved to Nevada City, California, where he became involved in local theater. He directed at the Foothill Theater Company, but the theater's eventual closure marked a bittersweet end to this chapter of his life. In a surprising career choice, O'Connor starred in the cult horror film a far cry from his usual serious roles. This unique project highlighted his versatility as an actor. In later years, O'Connor reunited with Buck Rogers co-star Erin Gray in the 2011 indie film Dreams Awake, a touching reminder of his earlier success. His quiet passing in 2018 at the age of 90 marked the end of a long and varied career. Number 5. Pamela Hensley. Pamela Hensley's career and life are filled with surprising twists, making her story as captivating as the characters she portrayed. Born on October 3, 1950, in Glendale, California, Pamela was destined for the arts, studying at the prestigious Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts in London. She quickly made a name for herself in the 1970s with her breakthrough role as the iconic Princess Ardala in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. Her portrayal of the glamorous and cunning villainess left a lasting impact on sci-fi fans. Hensley followed this success with the role of C.J. Parsons in Matt Houston, where she showcased her versatility as a strong, resourceful lawyer. However, at the height of her career, Pamela made the shocking decision to retire from acting in 1985. This abrupt exit surprised many as she was still very much in demand. After leaving Hollywood, she took on a new challenge, writing. In 2004, she authored the Jewish Sicilian Cookbook, blending her cultural heritage into unique recipes, showing yet another facet of her talent. Pamela's personal life also drew attention. She was married to music producer Wes Farrell, but their marriage ended in divorce after 3 years. In 1982, she married television producer E. Duke Vincent, and the couple remains together, living a quiet life away from the public eye. Despite her fame, Pamela chose a life of privacy, avoiding social media and public appearances, making her one of Hollywood's most intriguing figures. Number 6. Wilfrid Hyde-White. Wilfrid Hyde-White, born on May 12, 1903, was the quintessential English gentleman on screen, yet his life behind the scenes was far more complex. Best known for his role as Colonel Pickering in My Fair Lady in 1964, Hyde-White's career spanned decades. However, his later years were marked by financial turmoil when he was declared bankrupt in 1979. This financial disaster forced him to live the last 25 years of his life in the United States as a tax exile, a stark contrast to the elegant characters he portrayed. Despite these challenges, Hyde-White continued to work well into his 80s, notably appearing in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century as Dr. Goodfellow, a role that brought him renewed popularity among younger audiences. His personal life was also turbulent. His second marriage to Ethel Drew caused tension within his family, particularly with his children from his first marriage. Wilfrid Hyde-White passed away on May 6, 1991, just shy of his 88th birthday. His life, filled with financial struggles, family discord, and hidden complexities, contrasts sharply with the genteel personas he embodied on screen, offering a poignant reminder that the lives of actors can be as dramatic as the roles they play. Number 7. Thom Christopher. Thom Christopher, born on October 5, 1940 in Queens, New York, made a significant impact on television in the 1980s. Best known for his role as Hawk in Buck Rogers, Christopher brought to life the half-man, half-bird character that captured the imagination of fans. His portrayal added depth to the show's second season, which took a darker, more serious tone. The role resonated with viewers, particularly those who identified with Hawk's sense of isolation. Interestingly, despite Hawk's popularity, Christopher was initially uncomfortable with the commercialization of his character, particularly the release of a Hawk action figure. It took him decades to fully appreciate this aspect of his legacy. Beyond Buck Rogers, Christopher is also remembered for his portrayal of Carlo Hesser on One Life to Live. Originally meant to be a minor role, his intense performance turned Carlo into one of the soap opera's most memorable villains, earning him a Daytime Emmy in 1992. After the death of his wife in 2019, Christopher has dedicated himself to charitable work, particularly with Broadway Cares, showcasing his enduring commitment to the arts community. Number 8. Mel Blanc. Mel Blanc, immortalized as the man of 1,000 voices, shaped the sound of American animation, yet his journey was as dramatic as the characters he brought to life. Born as Melvin Jerome Blanc in 1908, Blanc endured a difficult childhood marked by being ridiculed for his last name. A teacher once quipped that he was as blank as his name, a cruel jest that prompted him to legally change his name to end in a C instead of a K in defiance. Blanc's talent for voices emerged early, but it wasn't until a life-threatening car accident in 1961 that his bond with his characters became truly extraordinary. The crash left him in a coma, and doctors were unable to wake him, until one asked, "Bugs Bunny, are you there?" Against all odds, Blanc responded in Bugs' iconic voice, as if the beloved character was the lifeline that pulled him back to consciousness. This near-miraculous event highlighted the deep connection between Blink and his creations, showing just how entwined his life was with his work. Even more astonishing, while still recovering from this accident, Blink continued to voice Barney Rubble for the Flintstones from a hospital bed in a full-body cast. His dedication to his craft, despite immense personal suffering, showcased his resilience and professionalism. He turned pain into performance, proving that nothing could silence the voices within him. Blank's legacy is also marked by an urban legend that he was allergic to carrots, a myth he dispelled, though he admitted to spitting them out immediately after recording Bugs Bunny's trademark crunch. The man who gave us countless laughs also faced many hardships, yet he never let them diminish his creative spirit. Blink passed away in 1989, and fittingly, his gravestone bears the phrase, "That's all, folks," a line that he made famous and that now serves as a final reminder of his immeasurable contributions to entertainment and animation. Now, the big question is, which of these two videos are you going to watch next? I think you'll enjoy the one on the right, but then again, the one on the left might be right up your alley. Either way, it's your choice. Thanks for revisiting the cast of Buck Rogers in the 25th Century with us today. See you in the next one.